just take a look. Standard calculus problem. There's some things to be said. Listen up and see if you can pick up some hints. Find the equation of the tangent to the graph of this function at x equals 2. You being savvy students, look at that function. Excuse me, son. All right, listen. F of x is 3x squared minus 6x plus 5. You know immediately the graph is what kind of a graph? Is it concave up or concave down?
Concave up.
What tells you that?
It's positive.
The coefficient of x squared is positive. It tells you it's concave up, right? There's a low point, and in particular, there's a point corresponding to x equals 2. Put x equals 2 into the function description and work it out in your head. What is y? What's f of 2? Shame on you for using your calculator.
5.
5. Okay, so the point in question is 2, 5. The graph is like that. What we're doing is now to find the tangent line, that is a line, you have to find its equation. In order to find the equation of the tangent line, what items do you need to know? Slope and a point, or the point at which the tangent is to be found. We know the point, we need to know the slope. Got me? How do you find the slope?
y1 minus y2.
Now, if you knew 2 points on the line now, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, that would give it to you. But you only know 1 point on the line, that's 2, 5. 2, 5 might be here, 2, 5 might be there. You only know 1 point, so you can't do the quotient of those differences.
So, couldn't you use the equation f of a plus h minus fa over h?
And what important symbol is in front of it?
The limit.
Oh, the limit as x approaches.
So you need to find the slope of the tangent, by taking what is basically y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. You take this, subtract these, and you're going to get just h. And you take the limit of that as h goes to where?
0.
0. Okay, so now what's a in this problem, guys?
2.
2. So the journey goes a little bit further. We're dealing with this symbol. Okay, we want the slope at a particular point, a is equal to 2. Now, when I was coming up in your age, this is where I really got confused, because I looked at this and I said, I suppose h is 0. Then that's going to be f of 2 minus f of 2, right? Won't it if h is 0?
Mm-hmm.
That's 0. And downstairs is 0 also. And so I was left with this, which all of my teachers prior to that had said it's like an ultimate math no-no. You're never supposed to do that. Right? Now the interesting thing about this is that the end result of this doesn't turn out to be 0 over 0. I needed somebody to take me by the hand and say, don't lose heart, young man. Work it out. I said, but yeah, but it's your... The thing you need to remember that will save you is to realize that the command, find the limit, is not a command that you must fulfill immediately. You don't have to do that right away. Yeah, you get 0, 0 if you try to make it 0, put h as 0. You don't have to do that. You have to do it eventually. You say, what else am I supposed to do? Do whatever algebra is here and see what happens. This is interesting. If I were you, my curiosity would be piqued. How does this like work out? All right? Now here is where calculus students often meet their downfall. Not with the calculus kids, with the algebra. What comes after the calculus idea is rather simple, but very intelligent. The algebra, the nuts and bolts, this says substitute into F. So check to see whether I'm doing it right. Did I do that right?
Yes.
And this says take away what you get at when you substitute 2. All right, so that would be 3 times 2 squared minus 6 times 2 plus 5. And I just jolly well put this minus sign here because the whole thing gets minus. Am I right?
Yes.
Everybody see if I didn't put a parenthesis in it would be wrong? All right, down is H. But still 0 over 0. Am I doing this in vain? I'm not going to quit because my inspiration says, go on. We are walking in the footsteps of giants. Isaac Newton, Gottfried Leibniz, Germany. All these people came upon this idea, some French mathematicians. The idea was circulating at that time. All right, let's see. Who can do this in their head? 2 plus h squared. Is it 2 squared plus h squared?
No, it's 2.
Boy, oh boy, this is where math teachers lose their hair or get gray hair. Is this true? No. Even the kids say, you say, no, a plus b squared is a plus b times a plus b makes what?
A squared plus 2a.
So this is not going to be 4 plus h squared. Rather, it's going to be 4 plus twice the product here. How much is that? 4h, as in
Plus h squared.
h squared. Okay, that hurdle's surmounted. Now I got to distribute the negative 6 and make that negative 12 minus 6h, right? And then comes 5. Not to be forgotten. That's this guy over here. Okay, now I got to distribute the minus over this stuff here. I think the first thing is minus 12, am I right? And then comes a plus 12. And what, plus or minus 5? Minus 5. Yuck. Okay. Now let's see here. This is going to be run out of room, so let's make this 12 plus 12h plus 3h squared. With your permission, distributing the 3. Okay, okay. One thing you got to realize on this stuff is if you're going to be cheap and you're not going to use enough paper, Steve, write something down, make me feel like I'm doing something. Then you're going to make mistakes. So if you scrunch everything at the bottom of the sheet of paper, then you're going to have to see what the consequences are. All right, let's see now. This fellow has gone upstairs. I don't want to get distracted. Let's write limit. We still haven't done the limit. That's a command. You're not done until you've done this. And when we're ready, we will. I got a 12 here going up against a minus 12, a negative 12. Wipes them out. 12h. Well, I got 12h minus 6h, right? You all see that? So what does that give me? 6h. Okay, that's not gone. It's shrunk a little bit. 3h squared. What does that cancel with, if anything? Nothing. That's still around. Okay, that stays. And now I got 5 and negative 5, 12 and negative 12. Bam, 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 bam. Adios. Have a nice day. H. All right, so I'm doing algebra on this as my teacher told me. And what do I have? It still looks like 0 over 0, the same old problem that rears its ugly head. But am I done doing all the algebra? Can I do more algebra? What can I, ought I to do here? Yeah, divide by h for Pete's sake. Limit is still waiting up front there to do. But do I this, then I get 6 plus 3h. And now, pardon